Shabbat Shalom, Nancy.
Mimi, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Good. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
How you doing?
Oh, wonderful. A little bit of traffic coming to the living room today.
Did you hit all the red lights?
Yeah, I had a lot of laundry on the floor. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, at least it's a nice day today.
Thank God for little things, yeah.
I know. Yeah, how all the grandchildren?
They're good. Getting big and I can't see, like, you know how it is.
Yep.
Can't
Yeah,
see
I
them.
know. At least we have FaceTime.
Thank God for, I know.
Yep.
Yeah. At least we have that one. How's the babies doing?
They're doing fine. Yeah, everybody's doing well. And I'm looking forward to getting outside for a little while today and not having to stand in the rain.
Mm-hmm. Shabbat Shalom, Jeff. And Zippy.
Shabbat Shalom, Jeff.
Shabbat Shalom, Zipporah.
Hi, Sephora.
She's muted.
Yep. Shabbat Shalom, Cindy. It's Nancy Becker.
Hi, Lila. Lila's just coming on. Oh. Lila, turn your audio on.
Morning, Mimi.
Morning, Loretta. Good morning. The sun is out.
I know, it's gorgeous. I just opened up all the windows in the house. I'll probably have to get up at some point and shut them all because I'll be freezing, but that's okay. It just felt good to open up the windows.
I know. We got another week.
Yeah, another week.
How the daughters and daughter-in-laws doing?
They're doing good. They're doing good. Kat had her diabetes test, gestational diabetes. So all her tests came back good. She's so cute. She's got such a cute little baby bump. It's adorable. And Stephanie's finally starting. She's like, I don't have a bump. I said, no, you carry like your mother does. You're carrying all around, just like I used to carry. So, and she's finally starting to pop. So they're doing good. Josh and Kat bought a condo in Salem.
Oh, where?
Washington Street.
Okay.
It's up above like a commercial space. It's across from like Rockefellers and Ledger. It's across the
yeah.
street from there.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
they're very happy. So they're moving in the end of May.
Oh, very good. So yeah.
Yeah, so they'll be all settled, and when the baby comes, they'll be all settled and everything. So, and Stephanie is, I don't know whether you would call this nesting on steroids but she's redoing her whole house. As long as she's home, she's painting things, she's ripping things down.
No, that's called being bored and being locked up.
Yeah, I don't know. She's really, they're working hard. She works in the morning for school. Brian works in the afternoon for school. And whoever isn't working for school is off doing something in the house. So they're doing well, knock on wood, thank goodness. And this next week is Jonathan's last week of school. So that's exciting too. He'll be all done.
Yeah. There's no camps this summer.
Did they end up, I know that they canceled that UJC or UJR or whatever canceled their camps, but did like the Cohen camps cancel too?
Yeah.
Yeah, did they? Yeah, I feel so bad. Richard's our cousin, her daughter was scheduled to go on the trip to Israel with Tevye this year. Beside herself.
Yeah.
I think the mother's more beside herself that her 16-year-old's going to be home for the summer.
My daughter in Pennsylvania said to my nieces who live in New Hampshire, come out this summer and take care of Aaron. He has no camp. You guys gonna hang out here together. They're all gonna do that probably.
Oh, that'll be nice. You know what? Get inventive. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it all out. We will figure it all out.
Morning, Mimi.
Morning, Richard. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Cassie. Who else came on I didn't see?
Good morning. Shabbat
Morning.
Shalom.
I'll probably see.
Come on, Paula.
I wish Lau would come on. I guess Lau, she turned the water on.
Hey, Paula, after services, go for a walk.
Yeah,
Call you.
I might have a
Beautiful.
date, but I think I can squeeze you in.
You think so? Be nice of you. It's gorgeous out.
Okay. Can you see me?
No.
No. I
No.
see
Hi,
Nancy.
Nancy.
Hi, Paula.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm trying to learn these stupid technology things and I never get in right. So
No.
how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Good. Okay, I gotta get in here. Maybe.
Okay.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
I know.
You have your video off.
Yeah, up in the top corner, there should be a video thing.
I
Even I
usually
know
know how
that.
to do that part, but I'm
Shabbat
lost.
Shalom, Aaron. Welcome.
Shabbat Shalom.
Aaron Cashel is with us today.
Oh, good morning. Shabbat
morning.
Shalom. All right, I'll figure it out in a minute. Let's see.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
Good morning.
Shabbat Shalom. Aaron Cashel, it's Beth Kessler. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Nice to see everyone.
Aaron.
Special
Shabbat
hello to
shalom,
Rabbi
Aaron.
Broman.
How are you, Aaron? Shabbat shalom.
Everyone. Shabbat
So
Shalom.
nice, so
Rabbi.
nice to see you here today. I hope you
Now,
didn't hit
I'll
any
do what so many
traffic.
people wanted me to do, put me on mute.
I hope you didn't hit any traffic coming today.
It was very difficult.
We got second to total.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. It is 9:30. We begin on time, and we welcome our guests this morning who have come today to join us as we celebrate this beautiful Shabbat, as we thank our teachers in our religious school and so many wonderful folks joining us today for this beautiful Shabbat day where the sun is shining. It's not raining. It's not going to be cold today. It's going to be beautiful. We ask everybody to please mute their microphones. We ask everyone to please remain muted unless we ask you to open. We will give you opportunities to open your microphones at various different times. Because of the differences in the speed of internet, though, we do ask people to remain muted until we say so. And this is so that we can have a beautiful experience this morning and not a noisy one. We're going to begin. Rabbi Bernie, good Shabbos. Good morning.
It's nice to see everybody.
It's always great to see everybody. It's like family time again, mishpacha, and again to see the guests here today joining us as we honor and not honor, but thank our teachers this morning. So Rabbi, you want to begin with our Ma Tovu this morning?
Absolutely. Ma Tovu Ohalecha Yaakov Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma Tovu Ohalecha Yaakov Mishkenotecha Yisrael.
We welcome everyone to our service this morning. As we begin, we remind everyone that although some of you choose to stand, and that would be appropriate, I don't always remind you when to do so. So if you do know when it is appropriate to stand and I forget, please do so. It is appropriate to stand for the brachot as we begin our morning with the morning blessings. So Rabbi, begin.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lasech vivina lahavchin ben yom uvein laila.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher asani b'tzalmo.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher asanu b'nei chorin.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish harumim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Whoops. Oh, we got to reopen you, Rabbi.
There
Sorry.
we go.
Yeah, sorry about
Baruch
that.
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa li kol tzarki.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechim etzadek aver.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oz Yisrael b'gvura.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, oti Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten liYaakov.
Amen.
Utenenu hayom uvachol yom lecheinu lechesed ulrachamim be'einech uveinei choroweinu v'tigmaleinu chasadim tovim baruch atah Adonai Romei chasadim tovim lemo Yisrael. Kadei shimcha magishe shemech v'kadei shimcha be'olamecha uvishuat katrim b'tagbi akarneinu baruch atah Adonai v'kadei shimcha barabim.
Amen. And at this time, we will continue to scroll as we begin our study, and Rabbi will lead us in the first paragraph, and then we'll do number 3, and then we will all recite the Kaddish Rabbanan together. Please keep your microphones muted. Thank you. Rabbi?
Once Rabban Yochanan ben Zakkai was walking with his disciple Rabbi Yehoshua near Jerusalem after the destruction of the temple. Rabbi Yehoshua looked at the temple ruins and said, "Alas for us, the place that atoned for the sins of the people Israel through the ritual of animal sacrifice lies in ruins." Then Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai spoke to him these words of comfort. "Be not grieved, my son. There is another equally meritorious way of gaining atonement, even though the temple is destroyed. We can still gain atonement through deeds of loving kindness. For it is written, loving kindness I desire, not sacrifice."
We will read together with the Rabbi again with your microphones muted. Number 3.
To walk in all his ways. These are the ways of the Holy One, gracious and compassionate, patient, abounding in kindness and faithfulness, assuring love for 1,000 generations, forgiving iniquity, transgression, and sin, and granting pardon. Just as God is gracious and compassionate, you too must be gracious and compassionate. Adonai is faithful in all his ways and loving in all his deeds. As the Holy One is faithful, you too must be faithful. As the Holy One is loving, you too must be loving.
As we continue with the Yehi Ratzon.
יהי רצון לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, שתיתן חלקנו בתורתך ונהיה מתלמידיו של אהרון הכהן, אוהב שלום רודף שלום, אוהב את הבריות ומקורבן לתורה.
It is our custom in our congregation for all of us who just studied to recite together the Kaddish Rabbanan. Again, all microphones, please remain muted as this would be everyone saying the Kaddish along with the rabbi for the Kaddish Rabbanan. Rabbi?
Yit gadal v'yit gadash shemei rabba. Bialma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute. Bechaye chon uvyome chon uvechaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala ubizman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach li'olam omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shmei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'yamru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Talmidei Hon v'al kol Talmidei Hon v'al kol man da'askin be'oraita di be'atra haden v'di b'chol atar v'atar yehe lohon ulechon shlama rabba china v'chista v'rachamin v'chayin arichin umezona revicha uforkana min kadam avuhon di vishmaya v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu barachamav ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Amen. And now the psalm for Shabbat, as we will recite it in English. I'm going to ask Adele if she's with us, if she will lead us responsibly. Microphones remain quiet. The rabbi and I will respond. Adele, if you're with us, please lead us in the psalm for Shabbat.
It is good to acclaim Adonai, to sing your praise, exalted God.
To affirm your love each morning and your faithfulness each night, to the music of the lute and the melody of the harp.
Your works, Adonai, make me glad. I sing with joy of your creation.
How vast your works, Adonai, your designs are beyond our grasp.
The thoughtless cannot comprehend, the foolish cannot fathom this.
The wicked may flourish, springing up like grass, but their doom is sealed, for you are supreme forever.
Your enemies, Adonai, your enemies shall perish. All the wicked shall crumble.
But me you have greatly exalted. I am anointed with fragrant oil. I have seen the downfall of my foes. I have heard the despair of my attackers.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. They shall grow tall like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they will thrive in the courts of our God.
They shall bear fruit even in old age. They shall be ever fresh and fragrant, to proclaim Adonai is just, my rock in whom there is no flaw.
Od yenuvum b'seva dishenim ranenim yiyu lehagit ki yasha Adonai tzori v'lo avla tabo.
And at this time, we'll continue with the Mizmor Shir.
Mizmor Shir Chanukat Habayit LeDavid. Le'eman yezamecha chavad v'lo yidom Adonai Elohai le'lamotecha.
And at this time, we will invite those of you who are reciting the Mourner's Kaddish only, those of you only reciting the Mourner's Kaddish, to unmute your microphones as we will recite the Kaddish together. We will say the words in unison and slowly. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah. Bi'alma divra chirutei bi'amlich malchutei. V'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ulomei omaya. Yiparach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitaleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha barichu.
Richu.
Le'ela min kol birchata b'shirata, tushbachata b'nechamata, da'amiran b'alma v'yamru, amen. Yehi shalom marab amin shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru, amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru, amen.
Amen.
Again, this is one of those appropriate times to rise if you choose. Baruch Shamar.
Baruch she'amah v'haya ha'olam.
Baruch Hu.
Baruch oseh v'reshit.
Baruch Omer v'yoseh.
Baruch ozeh umekayim.
Baruch Merachem al haaretz.
Baruch merachem al habriot.
Baruch Mishalem Sachar Tov l'Reyav.
Baruch Eloi v'kayam lanetzach. Baruch
Baruch
kodeh
Kodeh
umatzil. Baruch shemo. Baruch atana machlam. Yachid kei ha'olamim melech mishubach umfor adir shma gadol baruch Adonai melech mehula b'tish b'chol.
You may be seated if you're standing.
Ki gadol Adonai u'mehulam v'naruhu al kol Elohim ki kol Elohei amim elilim v'Adonai shamayim asa.
And the rabbi and I will read responsibly. Please join me as I will do the repeats. Rabbi, please lead us.
Adonai is sovereign, crowned with splendor. Adonai reigns, robed in strength.
You set the earth on a sure foundation. You created a world that stands firm.
Your kingdom stands from earliest time. You are eternal.
The rivers may rise and rage, the waters may pound and pulsate, the floods may swirl and storm.
Yet above the crash of the sea and its mighty breakers is Adonai, our God supreme.
Your decrees, Adonai, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity.
Eidotecha namnu mi'olaveka nava kodesh, Adonai liorek yamim.
Continue with the Ashrei.
Ashrei yoshvei veitecha od yalucha selash. Tilat Adonai Yadaber Pi, Vivarek Havas Hashem Kachol Elam Va'ed Ba'anachnu Nevarech Ya, Yatavir Olam, Hallelujah.
And I want to see those lips moving as we all sing together the Hallelujah prayer with the rabbi in the middle of page 100 if you're using a Siddur.
Here we go. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, El Bekacho. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Bekia Uzo. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Vigvorata. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Kira good law. Hallelujah, 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 take a shofar. Hallelujah, hallelujah, nevel vechinor. Hallelujah, 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 tov umachol, hallelujah, hallelujah, minim ve'ugav. Hallelujah, 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 till shama, hallelujah, hallelujah, till trua, kol hanshama hallelujah, 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 kol hanshama hallelujah, hallelujah, kol hanshama hallelujah, hallelujah.
This is the appropriate time to stand.
Overlook Shenkwodoli Olam, Vimalek Vodot Kol Haaretz, Amen v'Amen. Atahu Adonai Holem Shibachata B'Avram V'Yotzei Tomio Kastim B'Samtu Shmo Avraham Umatzat Et Levavona Man Lefanecha. V'Yam Bakata Lefneihem V'Yavru V'Toch Hayam Yabasha V'Yedrod V'Yam Ishlachta B'Msos Kmo Even Bon Mayim Azim. Yoshana Yom Wet Yisrael Mitzrayim Ya Yisrael Et Mitzrayim Eretz Vasayam Vaya Yisrael Seyad Hagdolah Shir Sadonai B'Mitzrayim Vayiru Hamet Adonai V'Yaminu B'Adonai Moshe Avdo Az Yashir Moshe U'Bnei Yisrael. Kilanai will come Moshe Bagoyim, Vyalu Mochim Bahatzion Lishpaden Haresav, Vahitalanayam Lucha, Vahaya Adonai Lamelachal Kol Haaret, Mayom Havu Yia Adonai Chadushmo Echad.
And if you're standing, you may be seated. We'll continue with Nishmat 104.
Nishmat Kol Chai, Tivarech Shim Adonai Eloheinu. Ilu finu male shirakaya. Okay, neighbor, and she be like the man broken shut the pack to be paid. Nahalel kamishmeka kona ve'erka unavareka chem kachaka ka'amor le David bochi nafshi at Adonai v'chol pravaya chem kacho hoel b'tatzu moduzacha hagadol b'chvod shemecha hagibor lanetzach v'hanara b'norotecha hamelech hayoshev al kisei ram v'nisa.
Ochenom marom v'kadosh shemo והפי ישרים תתהלל, ובדברי צדיקים תתברך, ובלשון חסידים תתרומם, ובקרב קדושים תתקדש, ובמחלות רבבות עמך בית ישראל. שכן חובת כל היצורים לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, להודות, להלל, לשבח, לפאר, לרומם, להדר ולק, להוקלס, על כל דברי שירות ותשבחות, דוד בן ישי עבדך משיחך, ישתבח שמך למלכנו ולמלך הגדול בראש השמיים והארץ. ברכות והודות מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני אל מלך גדול ותשבחות, אל ההודעות הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה מלך אל חי העולמים. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, יעמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחיי חון וביום חון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה בזמן קריב, אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה.
יתברך.
יברך וישתבח, ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה, ויתהלל שמי בקדושה בריחו. לילה מן כה בחטא ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בהמה, ואמרו Amen. If you wish to unmute for the response, for the call to worship, this would be an appropriate time to do so. And as soon as we've concluded that, please remute. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevarach. Baruch Adonai HaMevarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Yotzer Or Borei Choshech Oseh Shalom Uborei Et HaKol. If you're standing, you may be seated. We'll continue silently. Please make sure you're muted. Enki Echecha Adonai Eloheinu ba'olam hazeh v'yein zulacha malkeinu l'chayei ha'olam haba. Efes b'techa golel limot hamashiach v'yein do melech hamoshienu l'chiyat hametim. El Adon Kol Hamasim Baruch U'Mvorach V'fi Kol Neshama Gala V'Tuvo Malei Olam Dat Uvuna Sob B'Moto Hamidkai Achayot HaKodesh V'Nedar B'Chabo Olalam B'Chava T'chutu Mishra Lifnei Chiso Chesed V'Rachamim Lifnei Chevodo Tovim miorot shebara Eloheinu yitzaharam b'dat b'vina uvaskel koach ugvura natam bahem li'ov moshlim b'kerev tehevel Meleim ziv ufikim nogana zivam bechol haolam. Smechim v'tzeitam v'sasim bivoam osim b'yem haritzon konam. V'yer v'chavod nohodnim lishmot tzahal averin al zechem malchuto. Kara l'shemesh ba'yizrachor ra v'hitim tzuratavana. Shevach nohodnim lo. Kol teva marom tiferet ugedula serafim veofanim vechayot hakodesh le'el asher shabbat mikol ha'masim biyom hashmiyi. Barak Manusheinu Hashavach Maseyadecha V'yameore or Shasita Yiparuch Hasela Teparak Sirena Malkena B'golei Berekid Roshim Yishtabachim Chalua Malkena Yisemashim Kulam Ahuvim Kulam Berurim Kulam Geborim V'chulam Osim Be'ma V'raratzon Konam V'chulam Pochim Epihem B'kedusha U'V'tahara B'shira U'V'zimra U'Mvarchim U'Meshabchim U'Mafarim U'Maritzim U'Magdishim U'Mamlichim Et Shem Ha'el HaMelech Agadol HaGibor V'Hanora HaKadosh V'chulam Mekablim Aleihem Malchut Shamayim Zeh Mizeh V'notnim Reshut Zeh Lazeh Lakdish Leotzeram B'nachar Ruach B'safa V'ruah B'nima Kedosha Kulam Ke'achad Onim V'yomrim B'yirah Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech haaretz kevodo. V'hafonim v'chayot hakodesh, Merash Gadol, Midnasim Le'umat Serafim, Le'umatam Meshabachim V'yomrim, Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo, Le'el Baruch Ne'imo Yiteinu. Or Chadash al Zion Tahir V'nizkechu lanu meira le'oro Baruch Atah Adonai Yotzer HaMeyorot Abarabavtanu Adonai Eloheinu Chamlag L'Avdei Rachamat Aleinu Avinu Malkeinu V'Roveinu Kol Divrei Talmud Toratecha B'Yavos. We gather our tzitzit v'ha'ereneinu b'toratecha v'dahabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha v'yachen levavenu liyava u'lirat shemecha v'lo nebosh le'olam va'ed v'lo nebosh le'olam va'ed ki b'shem kadshecha Hagadol v'hanora b'hatachlon nagila v'nismecha Nagila v'nismecha b'shuatecha v'havienu l'shalom me'arba kanfol haaretz v'tolichenu kol mamiut le'artzenu כי אל פועל ישועות אתה, ובנו בחרת מכל עם ולשון, וקרבתנו לשמך הגדול. סלע, סלע, סלע באמת, להודות לך ויחדך, ויחדך ביאהבה ברוך אתה אדוני, הבוחר בעמו ישראל ביאהבה. If you wish to unmute and join me with the Shema, now would be the time. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please remute your mics, folks. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'lechtecha b'derech u'b'shavpecha u'vkumecha u'kshartam liot yadecha v'hayu l'totafo b'einenecha u'chtaptam amzuzot beitecha u'v'hisharecha. Continue silently by Yom Shabbat. למען ירבו ימי ולחמה ולמאשר שפרנה ותגלהם כי מהשמיים על הארץ. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בתל תכלת והיה לכם לציצית וריתם אותו וזכרתם כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמן. לדור ודור הוא קיים ושמו קיים וכיסונכו מלכותו ואמונתו ליד קיימת ודבריו חיים וקיימים נאמנים ונחמדים לאלוהים אלוהים אלוהינו אמת שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו מלכנו מלך אבותינו גואלנו גואל אבותינו יוצרנו צור ישועתנו פודנו מצילנו עולם שמך אין אלוהים זולתך עזרת אבותינו אתה ומעולם מגן ושם להם בכל דור ודור ולמעלה משמעית ונתרם גם תרונן מהם בבית ובביתנו כל רוחם תהילה ליום הרחום פורח משה בני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף שירה חדשה שיבחו גלים שמך שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ויאמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד צור ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל עובדי קינומך יהודה וישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני ישראל. Our minhag here is not to recite the Kedusha and to not repeat the Amidah, so I will say the words softly to myself so people can keep up. This is also the appropriate time for personal and private meditation. If you're sitting, it is the appropriate time to be standing if you wish. And when you're done, you may be seated. ישמח משה במתנך ושני רכות הבנים הרבים בידיו וכתוב עליהם ושמירת שבת וכן כתוב בתורתך ושמר בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת ונתנתם ברית עולם בני ישראל ותהילתם איש השמים עשה להם ושמר ליד הארץ היה משמי שמיים תודה נערנו בארץ עבורם קודמות כנראה וסיבים גם ובלון ישנה בני יד ישראל חלטת ויעבור לזריקה ושבם בחתם מקדש הישבים כולם מעולם קיווינו להכריע כולם בברכה ושמם שמך מלכינתם גרלנה בכל חיים וסער ולא שמך באמת ויש ותנא ותנצל לבד ברוך המלך טוב שמך וחיים להודות שלום בעולם טוב וחיים וחסר ולכל ישראל מלך הבחין ובינוקים לחיים בפנך ובפנך נתת לנו ותורת חיים יבטחס וצדק ברכה ברכה משחיים וכל שעה בשנה חברך עלי חברך עמו ישראל בשלום. And if you wish to join me with your mics closed, we'll sing the Yismach Moshe. Yismach Moshe b'matnar chelko ki even man karata lo keliv tiferet berosh natata b'yamdo lefanecha al har Sinai u'shnei luchot abonim הריד בידו וכתוב בהם שמירת שבת שמירת שבת וכן כתוב בתורתך ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני אל השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת בנפש, שבת בנפש, שבת בנפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יקרא ויקרא שמי רבה, ויאמר דברי חירותי, ויאמר גמרתי בחייכון ובמכון ובחנכון בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ויאמרו,
אמן.
יהי שמי רבה לעולם ולעולם מעומיה.
יתברך.
ירח וישתבח ויתברך ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתתו ולבלע שמי קודשה.
בריחו.
לעילם מן כובד חטא בשירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירם בימיו ויאמרו, אמן. תקווה סולטון ובאותון לך ישראל קדם ובאון לי ושמי ויאמרו, אמן. יהי שלום רב עמית שמי וחמה עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, או יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו, Amen. Well, Rabbi, I want you to know I was watching, and most of them were singing along with us this morning. It was very nice. So now they're going to listen to you as we study Torah. Tracy's going to read the Torah for us this morning. And then reading the Aliyot following her will be Beth Hoffman, Susan Sugarman, Cassie Brunner, and Roy Pincus, and boys will be doing the maftir in English after it is read in Hebrew. So we've got the lineup ready for the Torah reading today. But first and foremost, without further ado, the rabbi will begin with the blessings of study, since we do not do the aliyot, and then the rabbi will deliver today's Devar Torah. Rabbi?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Well, good Shabbos, folks. Nice to see everybody. Well, to this week, we have a double portion. It's Acharei Mot and Kedoshim. It's the way the calendar comes out. So if we had a leap year, then it would be 2 separate weeks, but now we have it together in 1 week. So Acharei Mot means after the death. And then what does it mean after the death? After the death of Aaron's 2 sons, Nadav and Avihu, who in the portion a couple of weeks ago with Truma, when we finally had the dedication of the holy sanctuary a year after they came out from Egypt of slavery. And unfortunately, after God had come down and the people praised when he came down in a cloud and consumed the sacrifices there in the holy sanctuary, after that, Aaron's 2 sons, Nadav and Avihu, decided to do their own kind of procedure, if you want to call it, and came out with strange fires, they call it. They were doing it on their own. They decided to call on God at their will as opposed to doing it at the appropriate time, and God had struck them dead right then and there. So he's saying Acharei Mot, he doesn't want the same thing to happen. That is, God doesn't want to see the same thing happen to Aaron or his sons and sons after that. So he's coming up to some rules and regulations for him. He says first because he says, Moses, tell Aaron, sometimes it wasn't a direct conversation. Usually that was it most of the time. So he says, Moses says to tell Aaron, tell him he may not come at all times to the sanctuary just when he feels like it. It has to be a specific time. And he has to come with a bull and a ram and goats, whatever it is for the sacrifices, for a sin offering. And he has to come in the right kind of clothes. Now, this particular dedication, we're really talking about Yom Kippur at that special time. For instance, there were daily sacrifices that were done. There were sacrifices done twice a day, like on Shabbat and various holidays. So this, we're really concentrating on Yom Kippur. So he had to wear his sacred garments, including a head covering. And you have to say, what is it about the clothes? Something about when you dress up for a specific occasion, you feel the moment. you know, if you're wearing a pair of jeans or whatever it is, and you're going to go walking outside, or a pair of gym clothes, whatever it is, you're ready for that event. But you put on a tuxedo or a special gown or a dress, it kind of elevates you a little bit to a different feeling of what you're about to do, anticipate, so on and so forth. So he had a dress that way too. And by the way, for Shabbat, you know, if you go to various communities, people wear like the most beautiful clothes and garments, because they say on Shabbat, you're meeting the king, you're going to services, and we should be dressed appropriately when you go see a king. So clothes are important. So he brings 2 he-goats. One is for atonement for the children of Israel, and one is, well, I should say a sin offering, and the other is a guilt offering. So you have to ask yourself, well, really, what's the difference between the two? So the sin offering is for the atonement for that which the children of Israel had done, in which they were ashamed of. You know, when somebody does something wrong, they have a little shame about it, and they don't feel too good about it. So those sins were placed on a goat. Aaron would put his hands on the goat's head and would send it away into the desert to a place called Azazel, a place we should never want to know what it is. But it's a place where they say a goat would fall off a cliff or something and get cut up, and all the sins would go away as far as with that goat dying. The other goat would be sacrificed on the altar as a guilt offering. A guilt offering is something that you had committed, you had done. So the guilt offering is for an act which was done, which was considered a sin, if you want to call it. And this sin offering was for atonement of your souls, to be able to get rid of the shamefulness and the guiltiness that you feel from doing something. Interestingly, too, as Rashi had stated, that the shame part of getting rid of that, what if somebody couldn't get rid of their shame? I mean, we have to be so thankful we have a Yom Kippur. You can start clean every single year, get that guilt, that weight off of your shoulders. And what happens if you can't? You start to get irritated, you start to feel guilty, and you start to blame somebody else for whatever it is that you have done to ease the pain. And so what we're doing is we're putting it on a goat and getting rid of it, so we don't have to start blaming people and so on and so forth for our own shameful acts. And that's the first kind of time we called it. It used to be called an escape goat. And then they dropped the E, because it would be a scapegoat. It would be something that would be able to take the things away. And it has to be an eternal decree. And by the way, even was told way back when in the desert, we're still supposed to observe Yom Kippur on the 7th month, on the 10th day, always on that day. You know, when we have other holidays, or let's say fast days, if it's on a Shabbat, we'll do it the following day on a Sunday, because we don't want to kind of violate the Shabbat. But even if Yom Kippur falls on a Shabbat, it takes precedent, and we have to do the things that we're supposed to do. And what are those things that we're supposed to do? By the way, it's all in this week's chapter in Acharei Mot. We're supposed to afflict our souls. So what's the word that they use for afflict? The Hebrew word is called initem et nafshotechem. Initem, that's the word for affliction. It actually comes from the root word an oni, ayin nun yud, for a poor person. They said we were oniyim when we were in Egypt as slaves. And what is it when we were slaves? You're in a really bad way. And oniyim, what is it with poor people as well? They sometimes don't know where their next meal is coming from. They don't have the money for food. They're hungry. So ini temet nafshoteh, you should afflict your souls. You know, our bodies are hungry and all that, but a lot of it's in our mind. People go for days without food, but we're afflicting our souls on Yom Kippur. It takes us away from doing the regular mundane things, and we're not supposed to work at all on that day too. So that's where it comes from, initem, and from that, we come to fast on that day, as poor people would do, unfortunately. And then it kind of concludes the chapter with a couple of things saying, once again, don't eat blood. So we're talking about not eating blood, let's say, because when they did the sacrifices, they were to take the blood, sprinkle it around the altar, whatever. Must have been quite a mess. But actually, in the temple times, they had a courtyard where they were able to hose it down, and there was a method to be able to clean out the courtyard from the blood from all of the sacrifices. But it says not only don't eat the blood from the sacrifice, you can't eat the blood from any kind of animal at all, because the soul is in the flesh and in the blood of that animal. And then it talks about nakedness, that who you're allowed to have intimate relations with, who you're not supposed to have intimate relations with, and it concludes with that. And of course, we read that chapter in Yom Kippur because it reminds us of elevating ourselves to be a little extra holy and pure And we learn about that. So the next chapter is called Kedoshim, comes from the words, obviously, Kodesh. Kodesh means holy. And you have to ask yourself, what does holy mean? You know, you can read all about it. It means elevate yourselves a little bit, but it really means to set apart. It says, Kedoshim tiyu ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem. You shall be holy because I, God, your God, am holy. It means to be set apart. You know, when they say, oh, the children of Israel were chosen, yeah, we were chosen to be set apart, to behave a certain way. We have kosher laws, moral laws, and we're supposed to be set apart to be holy as God's conduit to the rest of the world, to be a light unto the other nations. And he goes on to say, well, how do you be holy? And another word, by the way, if you remember the word for wedding, is called kedushin. The procedure and the ceremony itself for a wedding, it means to set apart, that the wife is set apart with the husband to set apart for each other. And then the kedushin is the combining of them both together. So it starts off with very interesting. It says, and there's a lot of things, so I'm going to just go through these fairly quickly. Respect your parents, it says, and observe the Sabbaths. So what is it about respect your parents? Well, let me ask you the opposite question. What is it if you don't respect your parents? Remember, it says you could be put to death if you curse and swear at your parents or hit them, God forbid. Respecting parents is the beginning to respect society as a whole. If you don't respect parents, you don't respect law, you don't respect enforcement, and it's not a good setting. So you have to respect your parents. And what do the parents have to respect? They have to respect by observing the Sabbath and God and have a relationship with God as well. So we have to observe the Sabbath. It says we can't steal. This is a little bit of I should say, a 10 Commandments repeat. Don't steal, don't lie to one another, don't cheat, don't rob, don't swear falsely, don't curse a deaf person or any person of that matter. Don't put a stumbling block before the blind. So what's that stumbling block before the blind? Who does such a thing? A stumbling block, what's blind mean here? Blind also means someone who doesn't know something. Don't put a stumbling block, take advantage of somebody who's blind. All the spams and the scams and all that stuff, that's very similar to the same thing. If somebody doesn't, sometimes they target the elderly. They say, oh, give me a password or your computer's going to go blah, blah, blah. And people give out their passwords and give money for things. That's taking advantage of the elderly. And that kind of forms, it kind of comes part of that same thing. And you don't curse a deaf person. It means you shouldn't even talk to them, even if they can't hear you. You shouldn't gossip. And we talked about gossiping last week. Also, when it comes to judging, don't favor a destitute man and don't honor a great man. Now, what does that mean? Of course, you can have compassion, but it means just because somebody maybe has an honor in the community, you still have to judge that person based on whatever acts that they had done. And interestingly, it says, you shall not steal, you shall not cheat, and you shall not rob. They use all of those three words, one right after another. So when we talk about the 10 Commandments, it says you shall not steal, and it also talks about kidnapping, but that's a little different story. What's stealing? Stealing can be not necessarily stealing an object. You can steal someone's honor as well by speaking badly about that person. I had a situation, I don't mind sharing it with you, was, I was a teenager, and there was this guy doing his silent Amida, and he went to take his 3 steps backwards. Oh, says Shalom, whatever. So while he was in the middle of taking a step backwards, I was joking, and I kind of stood there, wouldn't let him take his steps back. So he said, you know what, Bernie, you did something terrible. I go, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you couldn't step back. He says, no. He says, you didn't just steal, something. You stole my honor at that moment, he said. And not only that, you can't give it back. Anyways, I think I ran in the other room crying. But it's an important thing that we have to be careful for people's honor and what it is that we say. So we can't steal, of course, stealing, as usual. Can't cheat. Cheat can be in the form of so many different things. You could cheat by messing up with your odometer in your car. Cheating, of course, is when you're supposed to have scales that are the right weights. We hope that from the people we buy things from. Stealing means if you buy a diamond or something that has the quality that the jeweler says it has the quality, or the gold, and the whatever it is. I'm using that because it's an easy example. And it says you shouldn't rob somebody. It's not necessarily stealing. Stealing, you go into somebody's house, you steal it when they're not there, or you steal it when they're there, unfortunately. But robbing somebody, you hold somebody up and steal their things that way. and you take it from them. Has the famous phrase in this week's portion, love your neighbor as yourself. So it's funny, some people say, what if you don't like yourself? So you don't have to love your neighbor. But technically, you have to love your neighbor as yourself. That's the same kind of mutual respect. Because if you don't, then, unfortunately, you're going to have a bad relationship and it leads to other things. We're not supposed to believe in lucky times. Like poo poo, they spit on the ground like that really means anything. But you're not supposed to believe in the stars or say, oh, I'm supposed to walk out of the house with my right foot before my left foot, or knock on wood. Knocking on wood is it's not a Jewish thing, to let you know. It's people used to worship trees, so they used to knock on wood to worship the tree because of the wood itself. And some felt with Christianity because it was on the cross, and they knock on wood for good luck. Knocking on your table of looking for wood to knock on doesn't do a thing. It's insulting to God Almighty, who is the King of the universe, thinking that if you knock on wood, that's going to change your life. It doesn't. Interesting too, they talk about shaving here. It says that a man shall not cut the hair on the corners of his head. So what are the corners of your head? Corners of your head is the top of your head. So there used to be in pagan times, if somebody passed away, people would shave their head and actually peel their skin in some way as well and harm themselves. But they're not supposed. So the top of your head is your top of your head, your chin, and the two sides over here, right where your bone, where your jaw comes into place, that's considered the corner of your head, this part here. So some people keep their sideburns just a little longer than that bone. As opposed to cutting and having a haircut and cut it above that. As you know, the Hasidim take it to another level. They don't even cut the hair at all. It has to do with shaving, but they don't even cut it. And it's called, what do you call it? People call it peyos. It actually comes from the word pe'at. Pe'at means the corners of your head. So if you say it in the old Hebrew and you don't say the tav with the T sound, you say with an S sound, it's peyos, pias. That means corners. So peyos is corners. And I'll conclude with this. It says that you're supposed to respect the elderly. Once again, that's very, very similar to respecting your parents. It says, respect the hoary head, H-O-A-R-Y head, and be respectful, so on and so forth. And I'll end there because I can keep going on. But it's a beautiful chapter. If you get a chance, read them both, Achremot and Kedoshim, and good Shabbos to you all.
Shabbat Shalom. Now I know though why when we're standing together in the sanctuary and we're doing the Amidah, when we finish, when I'm taking the 3 steps back, now I know why you put your foot behind me every time trying to trip me. Thank you, Rabbi. Yashakach to you. Okay, we're going to get to our reading this morning. Tracy's going to be reading. By the way, Alyssa, Alyssa Kishel will be chanting the Haftarah. I didn't forget her, but that's after the Torah reading this morning. So the first reading, of course, this morning, welcome to Tracy, who will be reading the Hebrew for us today. We certainly appreciate that. And then line up after that will be Beth, Susan, Cassie, and Roy. Tracy, take it away. We need you to unmute.
I didn't know if you were going to unmute me. I got it. Okay. Vayidaber Adonai al Moshe acharei mot shnei bnei Aharon bekarvatam lifnei Adonai ve'amutu vayomer Adonai al Moshe daber el Aharon achicha ve'al yavo v'chol eit el hakodesh mibeit la parochet el penei hakaporet asher al Aharon v'lo yamut ki be'anan era'eh al hakaporet bezot yavo Aharon el hakodesh befar ben bakar lechatat ve'ayil le'olah ketonet bad kodesh yilbash umiknese bad yihu al besaro uvavnei bad yachor umitnefet bad yitznof b'dei kodesh hem berachat b'mayim et besaro uvel sham umei adat b'nei Yisrael yikah Shnei seirei izim lachatat ve'ayil echad le'olah V'hikriv Aharon et par hachatat asher lo, v'chiper ba'ado uvad beito.
Very good. Now, the next one will be read, of course, by Beth, and you'll see I've tried to make the English as large as I possibly can. I hope it's big enough for you, Beth. Please
Yep.
unmute your mic.
He shall take the 2 goats and set them before the Lord at the door of the tent of meeting. Aharon shall cast lots on the 2 goats, one for the Lord and the other lot for Azazel. Aharon shall present the goat on which the lot fell for the Lord and offer him for a sin offering. But the goat on which a lot fell for Azazel shall be set alive before the Lord to make atonement for him, to send him away for Azazel into the wilderness. Aharon shall present the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall slaughter the bull of the sin offering, which is for himself.
Thank you very much. Yashkoch to you. And we'll go back to Tracy, who will now read the 3rd Aliyah in the Hebrew.
Velakach melo hamachta kach le'esh me'al hamizbeach milfenei Adonai umelo chafnahav ketoret samim daka vehevi mi beit laparochet v'natan et haketoret al ha'esh lifnei Adonai v'chisa anan haketoret et hakaporet asher al ha'edut velo yamut velakach midam hapar vehizav espao el penei hakaporet kedma velifnei hakaporet yazeh sheva pe'amim min adam be'etzba'o v'shachat et seir hachatat asher la'am vehevi et damo el mi beit la parochet ve'asa et damo ka'asher asa ledam hapar vehiza oto hakaporet lifnei hakaporet vechiper al hakodesh mitimot b'nei Yisrael ומפשעיהם לחוכתותם, וכן יעשה לאוהל מועד השוכן איתם בתוך תומותם, וכל אדם לא יהיה באוהל מועד בבואו לכפר בקודש עד צאתו, וכיפר בעדו ובעד ביתו ובעל ישראל.
Thank you. And number 4, we'll go right to Susan Sugarman. Susan? Unmute. Unmute your mic. There you are.
Thank you. He shall go out to the altar that is before the Lord and make atonement for it, and shall take the blood of the bull and of the blood of the goat and put it on the horns of the altar round about. He shall sprinkle of the blood on it with his finger 7 times and cleanse it and make it holy from the uncleanliness of the children of Israel. When he has done atoning for the holy place and the tent of meeting and the altar, he shall present the live goat. And Aharon shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel and all their transgressions, even all their sins. And he shall put them on the head of the goat and shall send him away by the hand of a man who is in readiness into the wilderness. And the goat shall bear on him all their iniquities to a solitary land, and he shall let go the goat in the wilderness. Aharon shall come into the tent of meeting and shall put off the linen garments which he put on when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there. And he shall bathe his flesh in water in a holy place. and put on his garments and come out and offer his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people and make atonement for himself and for the people.
Thank you, Susan. And we'll go back to Tracy, who will continue now in the Hebrew for the fifth Aliyah.
ואת חלב חטאת יקטיר המזבחה, והמשלחה את השעיר לעזאזל, יכבס בגדיו ורחץ את בשרו במים, ואחרי כן יבוא אל המחנה, ואת פר החטאת, ואת שעיר החטאת, אשר הובא את דמם לכפר בקודש, יוציא אל מחוץ למחנה, ושרפו באש את אורותם ואת בשרם ואת פרשם, והשורף אותם יכבס בגדיו, ורחץ את בשרו במים, ואחרי כן יבוא אל המחנה. והייתה לכם לחוקת עולם בחודש השביעי, בעשור לחודש תענו את נפשותיכם, וכל מלאכה לא תעשו האזרח והגר הגר בתוככם. כי ביום הזה יכפר עליכם לטהר אתכם מכל חטאותיכם, לפני אדוני תתארו.
Very familiar passage during the holidays. The next one is Cassie.
It is a Sabbath of solemn rest to you, and you shall afflict your souls. It is a statute forever. The priest shall make the atonement, who shall be anointed, and who shall be consecrated to be priest in his father's place, and shall put on the linen garments, the holy garments, and he shall make atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make atonement for the tent of meeting and for the altar, and he shall make atonement for the priests and for all the people of the assembly. This shall be an everlasting statute to you, to make atonement for your children of Israel because of all their sins. Once in the year, he did as the Lord commanded Moshe.
Thank you. And number 7. Back to Tracy.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל אהרון ואל בניו, ואל כל בני ישראל, ואמרת עליהם, זה הדבר אשר ציווה אדוני לאמור, איש מבית ישראל, אשר ישחט שור או כסף או עז במחנה, או אשר ישחט מחוץ למחנה, ואל פתח אוהל מועד לא הביאו להקריב קרבן לאדוני לפני משכן אדוני, דם יחשב לאיש ההוא דם שפך ונכרת האיש ההוא מקרב עמו, למען אשר יביאו בני ישראל את זבחיכם, אשר הם זובחים על פני השדה, והבאום לאדוני אל פתח אוהל מועד אל הכהן, וזבחו זבחי שלמים לאדוני אותם, וזרק הכהן את הדם על מזבח אדוני פתח אוהל מועד, והתיר החלב לריח ניחוח לאדוני, ולא יזבחו עוד את זבחיהם לשעירים אשר הם זונים אחריהם, חוקת עולם תהיה זאת להם לדורותם.
And Tracy, I'll ask you to keep your mic open as you'll now read the maftir, and then Roy will be reading it in the English. And Roy, just wait till I can make that English bigger for you. Go ahead, Tracy.
Leman asher yaviu b'nei Yisrael et tivchehem asher hem zovchim al hem zovchim al pnei hasadeh v'haveum ladonai el petach ohel moed el hakohen V'zavchu zivchei shalamim ladonai otam. V'zarak hakohen et hadam al hamizbach Adonai petach ohel moed. V'hiktir hachelev l'reach nichoach ladonai. V'lo yizbechu od et zivchehem lasirim asher Hem zonim acharehem hukat olam tiezot lahem ledorotam.
Tracy, we certainly appreciate that. Yash koach to you. A beautiful job reading. And Roy, why don't you finish that off in English?
Right, you ready, bud? Okay, let's go. To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices, which they sacrifice in the open field, even that they may bring them to the Lord, to the door of the tent of meeting, to the priest, and sacrifice them for sacrifices of peace offerings to the Lord. The priest shall sprinkle the blood on the altar of the Lord at the door of the tent of meeting, and burn the fat for a sweet savor to the Lord. They shall no more offer their sacrifices to the demons, after which they go astray. This shall be a statute forever to them throughout their generations.
Thank you to the Pinchases. Yasher koach to you guys. And now, without further ado, it is our pleasure to call Mora Alyssa, who will be chanting today's Haftarah this morning. And Alyssa, of course, we don't do it with the blessings, and that makes it even more difficult to begin. So,
okay, good to know, because I have them ready to go.
Well, that's why I let you know. We don't recite the blessings as we don't do the aliyot. So,
gotcha.
Why don't you hum it in your ear, and then you can get yourself started. We'll all sit back and relax and enjoy.
Thank you. Okay. Elohim nei chushim atam li b'nei Yisrael ne'um Adonai halo et Yisrael haliti me'eretz Mitzrayim uflishtim mikat tor v'ara mikir hinei Ner Adonai b'mamlacha hachata'a v'hishmarti ota ve'al pnei hadama efes ki lo hashmid ashmid beit Yaakov nu Adonai hinei anochi mitzaveh v'hanoti b'chol hagoyim beit Yisrael Kasher Yinawa Bakvara Velo Yipul Soror Aretz Becherev Yamutu Kol Hate Ami Omrim Lo Tagish V'Takdim Badenu Hara'a Bayom Hahu Akim Atsukat David Hanofelet Bagararti epirtzehen, Baharisota bakim, Uvniti hakimei olam, Lema'an Yershu, Asheri Dedom Behol Hagoyim, Asher Nikra Shemi Alehem, Ne'um Adonai Osezot, Hine Yamim Ba'amim Ne'um Adonai, V'nigash charesh bakotzer, V'dorech anavim v'moshe chazara, והטיפו הרים עסיס, בכל הגבעות תתמוגנה. ושבתי השבות עמי ישראל, ובנו ערים נשמות וישבו, ונטעו כרמים ושתו את יינם, ועשו גנות ואכלו את פריהם. ונטעתים על אדמתם ולא יתנתשו עוד מאדמתם אשר נתתי להם, אמר אדוני אלוהיך.
Yasher koach. This is one of the haftarot, Alyssa, that most of the B'nai Mitzvah students try to grab.
Yeah. I learned it a couple days ago.
It's one of the longer ones. Oh yeah, well I know who you are.
I need a day or two.
Yeah, we cancerous children, we always wait till the last minute, right? Of course. Yasher koach, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Before we continue and I turn things over to Adele to honor our teachers, and I'm giving you your notice, Adele. Before we do that, I do want to ask everyone that is here that wishes to offer a blessing for refuah shlema for those who are ill. I will now offer the blessing of the Misha Berach. When I stop, if you wish to say the name of someone who may be ill, you may do so when I stop, and then please remute your microphone again when I do that. Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarav Rivka Rachel V'Leyahu Yavarech V'Yarafei Et
Shoshana Yafa.
Lynn Friedman.
Sylvia Toby.
Amen. Yehuda Yaakov.
Dick Wakefield.
Crew Castelletto, Faith Lerner.
Tova Bat Shmuel Ve'elka.
Joanne Friedman.
Rabbi Sid Shankin, Jeff Schultz, Sam Berger.
Jeffrey.
Sudor.
Okay. I got a few names. Gershon Aryeh Leib ben Rachel, Brianna Dean, Yisrael ben Miriam Gruna, Shmuel ben Chana, Gershon ben Malka, David Pinchas ben Chaya, Shai Abraham ben Devorah, Joel Marin, Moshe Chaim ben Sira, Chris Johnson, Jerry Silva, Gabriel ben Malka, Chana Gittel bat Masha, Brian Golda bat Rachalea, Minatova bat Leah, and Esther Malka bat
Leva Bat Esther, Bela Hasia, and David Robinson.
If I hear no more, then I will continue. Kol Cholim B'Kila Kedosha. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachamim Aleihem Lahachazikam Ulefrotam Lishlach Lahem Eirav Refuah Shlema Min HaShamayim Refrat HaNefesh Refrat HaGuf B'toch Shechelei Yisrael Shabbat Himelizo Kufu HaKavod Avo Lavo Hashta Bagad Hazman Karev and Omar Amen. May God bring blessing and healing to all those that we've just mentioned, all those that we know of, those we may not know of in our congregation, and those who are suffering everywhere, either from COVID or any other illness, those who suffer illness within the congregation and the community. May the Holy One mercifully restore them to health and to vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being, together with all who may be ill. Shlach refuah shalema, lechole amecha, refuah shalema, lechole amecha. We bring refuah shlema, healing to all. Adele, it's time to thank the teachers. It is all yours, Adele, if you wish to open your microphone.
I did. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Many months ago, during a meeting, I think I wrote a little note to Rabbi Perlman and said, on a Shabbat in May, I think we should honor the teachers. Some of you may know that in May, there is a special Hallmark holiday called Teacher Appreciation Week. You know, I think we appreciate our teachers every single day. And I think more and more people are, because of this situation that we're in now, many parents now understand how appreciative they should be of teachers and what they have to do every day. So I, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank our teachers because they are doing an absolutely wonderful job teaching our children. I want to also give you just something that I received from one of our students. And he wrote, "I love you so much. You taught me so much. Like I said in the Zoom class, you helped me when I was crying and didn't want to come in. You made me love Hebrew school." That says it all. So that's just from a little kindergartner who was so appreciative and was very sad that he could not come back to Hebrew school this year. You know, you don't hear that very often, but it was wonderful to hear that he was so moved by what we had done for him this year. And, you know, for speaking as an educator, I know that sometimes it's difficult for parents to let their children, if they see their children crying, they have to understand that the teachers have their back, and the teachers know what to do, and the teachers will do all they can to make them happy and feel safe. And I really believe that our teachers make all of our children feel safe, feel welcome, know that they have a place in our temple community and that they are a very important part of our temple community. We have one of our teachers who was not able to join us today, Sharon Adler. That's because Sharon is also a nurse, and Sharon has been working overnights for probably the last 4 nights. So Sharon wasn't able to join us this morning, but she's here with us in spirit. And we have to really thank her also for all that she's doing, working as a nurse in these times. And any other nurses that you know, or doctors or healthcare people or first responders. There's so many people that we should be appreciative. It's not just teachers, it's everyone in our congregation. So thank you. So we have a little certificate for everybody. And the certificate says, "Certificate of thanks to our TNT teachers, Susan Sugarman, Sharon Adler, Beth Hoffman, Rabbi Richard Perlman, Alyssa Pesroff-Kashel, Molly Butter, Ellen Winokur, and Rabbi Bernie Horowitz. All of these teachers for all you do every day for our beloved Temple Ner Tamid, May 2nd, 2020, the 8th of ER 5780, and it's signed by the Temple Ner Tamid Ritual Committee, Officers and Board of Trustees, Toda Rabbah. And again, Toda Rabbah for everything you do. You will get a certificate sometime in the mail suitable for framing. So feel free to it. So it's our religious school teachers and our high school teachers. So, you know, you can put those in a frame and think about it all the time. And hopefully next year we will have a celebration in the temple, and we had such an awesome lunch plan for you today. I think Alan Pransky said he was doing prime rib. So, you know, so just, we will have an absolutely wonderful celebration for you all. And thank you again for all you're doing, and, you know, keeping our kids together and doing our Zoom meets, which the kids absolutely love. They love seeing each other and they love chatting with each other. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. So I have lots of teacher appreciation books, but they're all in this office of mine in Chelsea, which I was not able to go to, but I did find a poem that I'd like to read. Why God Made Teachers. When God created teachers, he gave us special friends to help us understand his world and truly comprehend the beauty and the wonder of everything we see and become a better person with each discovery. When God created teachers, he gave us special guides to show us ways in which to grow so we can all decide how to live and how to do what's right instead of wrong, to lead us so that we can lead and learn how to be strong. Why God created teachers, in his wisdom and his grace, was to help us learn to make our world a better, wiser place. Toda Rabbah, and a big Toda Rabbah to all of our families for believing in our school, for joining our school 2 years ago, for making our school what it is, for helping our school grow. It's you go downstairs on a Sunday morning or on a Tuesday afternoon and you see happy children. And so that's what counts. And you come in, the kids feel comfortable in our temple, and they feel comfortable in our sanctuary and all over the temple. And that's what it's all about. So Toda Rabbah to all of you, and a special Toda Rabbah to all of our teachers. Shabbat Shalom.
And before we continue, I'm going to put Susan Sugarman on the spot, if she wouldn't mind. As
I had a
director.
feeling.
She knows me. We've only
I
been
had a
working together for
feeling.
30 years, you know that. But as you can see, the people behind me, right? This is a group of people behind me that, you know, was all about. And Susan, I'm sure on behalf of the teachers, you'd like to say a word or two.
I just want to say thank you so much. My husband wants to know if we're going to have virtual prime rib instead of the real prime rib, Adele. So I just want to say thank you, and a special shout out, obviously, to all the teachers who have really done a great job while we were in the building. And I think they've become very creative, and what teachers do is we just adapt to whatever situation we're put in. And it's been a joy to watch our Zoom lessons. I'm just looking forward to hopefully next year getting a little bit back to normal. But I think, Adele, you said it best, when a student tells you that they miss coming. And during the year, I had a student's mother come to me and said, my daughter said, don't ever take me out of Sunday school again. I love coming and I don't want to miss it. And please don't keep me home to be with family. I want to go to school. And I think I told you that, Adele, and it was just a little kindergartner who said that to us. And of course, that's what makes it, that's our reward. And that's what makes it so special. I want to thank all the teachers, Mora Beth, Mora Molly, Mora Sharon, Mora Alyssa, the rabbis, and I really just appreciate all the work they do. And we love being at the building. And as I said in my reminder to parents this week, I really do miss my ride up to Peabody on Sundays. I really do. And I can't wait to get back. So I hope everyone is well and stays well. And thank you so much, Adele, for honoring us today.
Thank you, Susan. And again, we want to mention our high school staff as well, Ellen Winokur and Rabbi Bernie and myself. If it weren't for you guys volunteering to teach our high school students, it wouldn't happen. And I'll tell you, I just can't wait to get back with those kids. They are just so amazing in their conversation. So let us begin our lunch. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. sorry. It's just got the wrong one up there. I didn't mean to do that. We'll get back to our service. And
He muted me, didn't he?
Mora, Alyssa, would you like to lead us in the Ashrei this morning? Mora, Alyssa? I know you know it because you teach it all the time.
Well, my question is there going to be a response, or am I just doing the whole thing?
Oh, no, we'll Rabbi Bernie's going to respond.
Fantastic. Then no problem. Right. Ashrei yoshvei veitecha, ori halelucha sala.
Ashrei ha'am shekacha lo, Ashrei ha'am sh'Adonai Elohav.
Tehila leDavid, aromimcha Elohai hamelech, Rabacha shimcha le'olam va'ed.
B'chol yom ha'vachecha, v'halala shimcha le'olam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai hula me'od, v'ligdulato ein cheker.
Doladoi shabak ma'asecha, ugvarotecha yagidu.
Hadar kevod hodecha, v'divrei niflotecha asicha.
Ve'ezos norotecha yomeru, uglatcha hasaprena.
Zecher av tivcha yabiu, v'sikatecha yiranenu.
Chanon rachum Adonai, erech apayim ugdal chesed.
Tov Adonai lakol, v'rachamav al kol ma'asav.
Yoduka Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasidecha yevarchucha.
Kevod malchutecha yomeru, ugvuratecha yedaberu.
Lehodia livnei hadam gevurotav, ukvaradam malchuto.
Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor bador.
So make Adonai l'chol hanoflim, v'zokev l'chol hakfufim.
Einei kol elecha yisaberu, v'ata noten lahem et achlam be'ito.
Poteach et yadecha, umaspeh l'chol chai ratzon.
Sadik Adonai bechol derachav, v'chasid bechol ma'asav.
Karov Adonai l'chol korav, l'chol asher yikra'uhu v'emet.
Ritzon re'av ya'aseh, v'et shavatam yishma v'yoshim.
Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, v'et kol shayim yashmid.
Tehillat Adonai Daber Pi, Vivarech Kol Basar, Shem Kodsha Le'olam Va'ed, V'anachnu Nevarech Ya, Me'ata V'ad Olam. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Mara Alyssa. We appreciate that very much. And Yashkov to you and to all the teachers who took part this morning.
Thank you
And
very much.
to all of the work that they do every day. Rabbi, let's take it through. It's time to begin the Musaf service. Rabbi Bernie will lead us.
Yitkada v'yitkada Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Yom Adivrak Rutev Yamlech Malchutei B'chayechon Uvyom Echon Uvechaye Dechol Beit Yisrael Bagala Uvizman Karim V'yimaru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Li'alam Olam Me'omaya
Yitbarach.
Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitba'av, Yitrama, Yitnaseh, Yithadav, Yitalev, Yithalal, Shemei Dekucha, Berichu, Li'elam, Min Kol Berchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Tamiram Yama, V'yimaru, Amen.
And as we did earlier, we will recite the Amida together softly, undertone, or quietly. Rabbi will do it undertone. And this is the appropriate time for personal and private meditation, reflection. If you wish to say the words that are in your heart, please do so. This is also an appropriate time to be standing if you can.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Yisrael Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah El Hagidol Hagibor V'Yanara El Yon Gomer Chazrim Tovim V'Konei Yaakov V'Zochei Chasdei Avodim V'Goel L'Bnei Bnei El L'man Shema B'Yahava Melech Hozeh Ufokei Moshe Umagen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ufokei Tzara Atah Gibor L'Lamanai Mekei Mitzvah L'Hoshia Mechalkel Chayim B'Chesed Mechayim Mitzvah Racham Rebbe Sumek Nukrim V'Fek L'Matil Surim Mekayim Onaton Shnei Afa Mechamach Bar which me Jobalak Malcolm Mikim Chayim Tishua and Amatazak Yomitim Baruch Atarana Mechayim Mitim Takadosh and Shakadosh Koshim Kom Nechasela Boktanai Kadosh Ti Kantish Barati Kabanatea Tvich Persiam Serena Sacha Milkan Libat Kabonit Galatomecha and Zaku Kamor Vidrag to Luharu as Minisinas to all lab to Zayman Alahin Lakri Bakuma Musa Shabbat Karabui. Hiratom Fanak and Alahin will ever tenu. Hamechiban Lugulam Shatalin, the Sumkaliotenu, Jitain Big Bulenu. Shasham Suavatel of an echo, but attempt to meet the concern of Subim Kilkatan. Head most of Yamish Matazas to be equivalent of an Beavakimitara Tonaka. Kakatuba Toy Delta, Kakatuba Toy Takademo Shab definitely pick what Dakamo. Vilman Shabbat, Sheikh was a nation to Mimim, which they assume some in Kablo, Shamanisco, Allah Chaba Pishabat, Allah Tatamipanisco. Yismichu b'malchutecha shomrei shabakarionic amikachech v'yukam yismichu t'mutavega v'hash v'yirati t'bo v'kadash tochem n'gnimim u'takarata zekel maseh b'rishit Eloheinu v'lehevotenu v'tzei v'mnuchatenu kachin v'mitzvotechem v'tortecha tzabin v'mitzvotechem kem shuatecha v'tar hili ben oli avdecha v'emet v'han chileinu v'naleinu b'hava v'tzon shabachutecha v'nuchu fo Yisrael v'mekadesh shemecha baruch atadonai v'kadesh hashabat. Ner Tamid Avodah Shalom Mecha. V'techazen anem tzchotzion brachman brokutan maxi shalom totzion mudemanat nulav. Shatuan Eloheinu Elotil Naved. Tzok again Makshem Ratolo Dovodo Dodalachanos Petila Tachin Masrum B'Dachach Matevud Asach. V'Alni Sef Shomi Manuflo Tevutov Tech Shkol 8 Argutram Tokilo Chalorach Backmarking Kilo Tam Kosrek Malam Finalav. Yalkulam Yitbrak Yitwam Shim Kamal Kena Tamil Lava Ed, Bekola Hamiduka Sala Behalut Kumimet, Oelzu Ten Sala Baruch Atana, Toshum Kalkan Walavadon. Sim Shalom Tova, Sim Shalom Baolam Tova Brachim, Keter Rachim, and Bukosio Mecha, Bachino Bin Kolanki, Biopana, Kibiopana, Tatalan, Hino, George Kami, Kesu Stak of Rachim, Shalom Tobi, Nekla Amka Shabaholi, Hoshabish Tomeka Brook Atanai, Reka the Moisha Shalom. Elohim still showing me as far as remember my calling actually team not call for the apitat be between texas of nafshi kolka chimala ramahira to some kalkan makashabtam asin much meka sen mineka asin men tusha seka sen matoteka mani kutuni didaka shimit veneni you learn some review the goal of an economic to go leo shalom mama who ya says shalom amen. Yitgadal Yitgada Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Almad Yirakute Memlech Malkute Mechaye Chonu V'Mechonu V'Chaydecho Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv Yemaru.
Amen.
Heish Rapamavora. Yalla Malameo Maya.
Yebarach.
Barak Yishtabak Vitpavi Travi Itnase Ginatav Yitalavi Talav Shemei Kucha.
Barichu.
Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushmachata v'nechamata, ta'ami rambi amavi amaru.
Amen.
Amen. Titkabat solon hon voton dechol Yisrael, kadam avuhon di v'shmaya v'yamaru.
Amen.
Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu vel kol Yisrael v'yamaru.
Amen.
Amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu vel kol Yisrael v'yamaru.
Amen. Before we do the Ein Kelohenu, are there any young children in the room that would like to join us for the Ein Kelohenu? Young children, if you wish to join Rabbi Bernie, open your microphone and sing along. If there are any young children who would like to join him, do we have any? Open mics. Here we go. Ein Kelohenu.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Kadonenu, Mi Kemalkeinu, Mi Kemoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, and Odel Adonenu, and Odel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu, Atahu Shetiru Avotenu, Lefanecha Ketoret Hasamim.
Now, if there are any young adults,
I'll take anybody.
I already know the answer to this one. If there are any young, there are no old people in here. For only young adults who would like to join the rabbi and me in the Aleinu, please open your microphones and let's have a Zoom mishmash. Aleinu Shelo asanu kivaye haratzot, Shelo samanu kimishpachot ha'adama, Shelo sam chalkeinu kohen v'goralenu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim umishtachavim umodim. Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim mimalo, shchinatu zo, ovei meromim, Hu Eloheinu, Emet Malkeinu, Efes Zulato, Makato, V'Torato, V'yadata Yom, V'hashevota ele babecha, Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, Mayim v'mal v'yaretz, Mrs. Sugarman, finish it up. Mrs. Sugarman, unmute your microphone and do the kakatuv and finish it up.
Sure. Kakatu b'Toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Everybody.
I'll ask everyone to please mute your microphones at this time. All microphones muted for now, please. This week, the congregation will lovingly recall the yortzites of Emil David, Bessie DeBruschen, Bessie Francis Fogel, Maurice Goldstein, Elliot L. Graff, Samuel Gustat, Florence Kuhn, Ann Levitt, Rebecca Lipsky, A. Mitchell Ring, Sadie Rothstein, Hyman Sugarman, Ruth Tarnor, Louis Weisberg, Paul J. Weiner, Beatrice Weingarten, Helen Wolmer, and Ida Zach. If there are any other yortzites, please open your mics now and please say the name of the person you're remembering for either a yortzite or for the Kaddish.
Leonard Hillman. Sit down if it's Kaddish. Wait, use this mat, please. We're trying to print. Look at that.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
I don't think I can. I think you put light on it. No.
For those of you that are saying the Kaddish, your microphones will be open. Please make sure your microphones are muted unless you're saying the Kaddish. May the faith that binds us to our loved ones be a continuing source of comfort as we invite those mourning and observing a yortzite to unmute their microphones and to rise and to praise God's name with the words of the Kaddish, as we will say them together in unison and together. Yid Gadal v'Yid Kadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'Alma Divra Chirutei v'Yamlich Malchutei. V'Chayechon uVyomechon uVchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uBizman Kari v'Yamru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Ulomei Olmaya. Yit Barach v'Yishtabach v'Yitpa'ar v'Yitromam v'Yitnaseh v'Yithadar v'Yitaleh v'Yithalal Shemei D'Kudeshah Barichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata da amiran v'alma v'yamru Amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru Amen. We'll ask everyone to mute up except for Adele. Adele, do you have any announcements? I'm sure you might.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Perlman, Rabbi Bernie, thank you for leading us in services. Alyssa, Yeshakoa, Tracy, Yeshakoa, it was great to hear both of you. Also, thank you to our teachers and our families who did some English readings. It was greatly appreciated. We love it. We love participation. We have to thank, not just the teachers of our religious school or of our high school program, but all teachers around the country for what they're going through right now. It's a very, very difficult time for teachers, believe it or not, even though they're home and working from home. It is much more difficult to work from home and teach than it is to be in a classroom in front of 30 children. So just thank a teacher every single day, just like, and thank all of you. Just want to remind everyone, Havdalah this evening is at 8:30. Tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock and all next week at 7 o'clock, evening services. On Tuesday, we have a lunch bunch with Ambassador Ido Aharoni at 12 o'clock. I invite you to come. And something, again, I said this last night, but I heard it again today. The voices of our congregation are amazing. And so I encourage you to sign up for Ner Tamid Has Talent after Shabbat today. Sign up. We are going to have an amazing show of our talent on Monday evening, May 11th, the beginning of Lag BaOmer. It will be after the services. So please sign up and just be amazed. And maybe you'll have some laughs, or maybe you'll just say, wow, we didn't know we were so talented. So have a wonderful Shabbat. Go for a walk. The sky is very, very blue. So Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Don't forget, we're going to be having a L'chaim Tovim. I don't think you can see that, but we're having a L'chaim Tovim after the service. So if you haven't poured your whatever you're drinking, water, wine, whiskey, whatever, go get it while the rabbi is leading us in the Adon Olam. Rabbi?
Adon Olam, Hashem Allah, B'terem kol yitzin avra Adon Olam, Li'et nasa, B'chefzo kol, Azai melech shemo nikra Adon Olam, Hashem Allah, B'terem kol yitzin avra, Li'et nasa, B'chefzo kol, Azai melech shemo nikra Adon Olam, V'yacharei kichlod hakol levado yimlok nora adon olam v'hu haya v'hu hove v'hu yeh b'tifara adon olam Hashem malach v'terem kol yitzin ivra li'et nasa v'chetzon kol hazai melech shemo nikra adon olam Vehu echad v'yein sheni leham shelo lachbira adon olam b'li reishit b'li tachlit v'lo ha'oz v'ha'misra adon olam Hashem malach b'terem kol yitzin ivra li'et nasa v'cheftzon kol Azai melech shemo nikra adon olam behu eli v'chai goali v'torchav libi etzara adon olam behu nisi umanos li menat kosi b'yom ekra adon olam Hashem balach b'terem kol yitzin ivra li'et nasa B'cheftzon kol, azai melech shemo nikra adon olam. V'yado avkid ruchi, v'yeti shan v'a'ira adon olam. V'yem ruchi, giviati, Adonai li v'lo ira adon olam. Asher malach b'terem kol, yitzin ivra li'et nasa. V'cheftzon kol, azai melech shemo nikra adon olam.
Adon Olam. Everybody pour your schnapps, let's or whatever you're pouring, and we're going to do a L'chaim Tovim. We're going to honor our teachers today and thank them very much with a toast. And we can because Pesach is way over. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai b'olam shakol niyeh b'varo l'chaim tovim u'shalom l'chaim tovim u'shalom l'chaim tovim u'shalom. I want you to know, Aaron, we do this every Shabbos.
Yeah.
Every Shabbos. We end with a L'chaim Tovim Shalom. It's great to see you today. Great to see everybody. Shabbat Shalom all.
Shabbat
Shabbat shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom to all. Have a peaceful Sabbath.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Talk tall.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Like little kids.
Laura Sugarman.
Yes.
Thank you, Aaron and
You're in my
Ellen, for
thoughts.
coming.
Great job, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom.
Applause came from Sharon.
Tracy, really loved listening to you today.
Thank
you. Really service. Thank you.
Tracy, it's like old times.
Alyssa, you're
How are you? Who's talking to me? Oh, Susan. Hi, there you are.
amazing. You're amazing. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Yes,
Tomorrow
you will.
morning.
Great job. Great job, Alyssa. and
Adele.
Tracy.